very good day to our lecturer, Dr. Tahira binti Abdullah. We are from Group 1 and today, as for the Financial Management 2 course, we are going to present our group project report. Our group consists of 4 members starting from Dineshwaran anak laki Dewan, Kirtini anak perempuan Doresami, Pooja anak perempuan Subramaniam and Raida binti Hassan Basir. Today, as the representative of Nestle Malaysia Berhad Company, we are going to present the following informations to our Chief Financial Officer.
Hi, I'm Raida, Finance Manager of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. Before going to the main point, I would like to share our company background. Nestle is a multinational organization that ranks among the world's largest in food and beverage industry. Heinrich Nestle, also known as Henry Nestle. The company was founded in 1866 with its headquarters in Vevey, Switzerland. Nestle Malaysia was founded in 1912 and the first office in Malaysia was set up in Bishop Street, Penang. Due to the growth and expansion, Nestle Malaysia Berhad has expanded to Kuala Lumpur, which is now located in Mutiara Damansara, Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Now let's move to the next. There is many different valuation techniques, but our company only use 3 techniques, which is asset basis, cash flow basis, and also income basis. Meanwhile, what is the reason we choose these 3 methods? We choose this because each technique have own advantage used in our business, even though there are several disadvantages. So, first method is asset basis. The asset basis approach method can be classified in 3 different ways, which are net book value, realizable asset value, and replacement cost. It allows the company to identify whether the business is going to be affected by liquidation or if another company is taking over the business as well. In addition, this method also ignores the difficulty and cost of creating the intangible asset of the target company. Next, cash flow basis. The cash flow basis is mainly about an approach that uses a discounted flow approach to establish the present value of a company either in ringgit million or per share. The dividend valuation method is that a margin or safety is already built into it. Therefore, we are able to determine whether the value stands, then assign a place of investment, which also help with the budget. Last but not least, income are also called as earning basis. The method is divided into 2, which is profit earning method and the earning yields method. The profit earning ratio assists investor in determining the market value of a stock in relation to its earning. The value can also be directly related to the other businesses trading in the same industry sector. It also allows for an intuitive comparison of potential return for earning yields.
Good day to everybody. I'm Kirtini Doresami, Finance Assistant of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. Today, I would like to present to you all about how will be the performance of Nestle for the 3 years onwards. I would like to share some graph to support my explanation today. Firstly, earnings and revenue growth forecast. As I'm showing you in the table, the cash flow can be help us to assume that there will be a rapid earnings and revenue growth for our Nestle Malaysia Berhad from 2022 till 2024. Followed by analyst future growth forecast. As per shows in the table and also the graph, there is a forecast annual earning growth is slightly reducing for company and industry, yet the market is still remain high. But at the same time, forecast annual revenue growth, the company, industry and also the markets are still remain in the higher percentage. Thirdly, the Nestle Malaysia Berhad's future return on equity. Return on equity is a profitability measure that shows how efficiently a company's management team has used its shareholders' money to generate profit. As per shows in the table and graph above, future ROE for Nestle Malaysia product is forecast to be high in 3 years' time, which is 32.1%, which is from 2022 till 2024, while the industry growth will be 12.2%. It will give a good impression towards our company and also will gain a lot of revenues and earnings for the rest of 3 years.
Good day, my name is Dineshwaran, son of Dewan, the financial accountant of Nestle Berhad. Would like to explain about the financial forecast analysis. Now, I would like to jump to earnings per share growth forecast. EPS indicates how much a company makes for each share of its stock. So, the higher the earnings per share of a company, the better its profitability. So here, we can see that EPS for Nestle is increasing consistently every year. Moving forward to the earnings and revenue growth forecast. So now, stock analysts need to forecast revenue and growth to project what expected earnings will be. So here in this table, we can obtain that Dutch lady could have a higher revenue and earning on the next 3 years. So now, based on the analyst's future growth forecast, we can see that Dutch Lady might have a downfall on the forecast annual in revenue and earnings growth. However, the market growth will still remain in a safe percentage. Moving forward to the future return on equity for Dutch Lady. So the purpose of this analysis is to show how efficiently a company management team has used its shareholders' money to generate profits. So here we can see that Dutch Lady return on equity has a forecast to be high in 3 years time, which will be around 37.9%. Last but not least, as I told before, earnings per share indicates how much a company makes for each share of its stock, and it is widely used metric for estimating corporate value. So the higher the earnings per share of a company, the better its profitability. So here we can see that EPS for Dutch Lady is increasing every year.
A very good day to everyone. I'm Pooja, daughter of Subramaniam, the Assistant Manager of Nestle Malaysia Berhad. Today, I would like to present the possibilities of merger and acquisition between Nestle Malaysia Berhad and Dutch Lady. Before I start, I would like to briefly explain what is merger and acquisition. Merger in legal terms entails the consolidation of two firms into a single company with a new ownership and management structure. And acquisition, on the other hand, is the purchase of one company by another. The foundation of a new company is not the consequence of an acquisition. Instead, the smaller firm is frequently being absorbed by the larger corporation, with its assets becoming a part of it. As of Nestle and Dutch Lady, there is a possibility for them to merge the both companies. As we know, Nestle and Dutch Lady are both growing companies, and thus by doing a merger, they might get into an effective management structure. Through the net book valuation calculation, it shows that both companies have a high value after subtracting their assets with liabilities. Since both companies' value is still positive and high, a merger would be a great way for them to collaborate. Unless if only one company's value is high and the another one is low or the amount is negative, a merger would probably give a disadvantage to the other company. Besides, the cash flow basis valuation method also shows a very positive results on both companies' dividend valuation method. Not only that, the PE ratio calculation under the income basis valuation method also shows a positive value. And as we know, the PE ratio indicates how much growth investors anticipate from the firms in which they invest. If both Dutch Lady and Nestle Malaysia Berhad merge together, they will be able to attract more investors, as both Dutch Lady and Nestle has a very positive amount of PE ratio. As the main aim of merger and acquisition is to gain more profit than before, it is possible for Dutch Lady and Nestle to merge together to gain more profit or revenue in future than what they are earning now separately.
Now let's jump to the last part, advantage and disadvantage of the acquisition. The first advantage is the merger and acquisition that provide company additional financial power and growth. Merger and acquisition provide opportunity for both parties engaged in the transaction to expand. Furthermore, the revenue created by combining the profit of both enterprise will result a greater financial power. As a result of the chain reaction, having more financial power means possessing a larger portion of market and exerting greater influence over customer by lowering competitor. Secondly, company can also broaden their investment portfolio. One of the most significant benefit of merger and acquisition is expanded choice of service or good that may be investigated. By merging forces, the new company's portfolio may expand even further and get access to greater market share. There are also disadvantages of merger and acquisition. The first one is cultural clash. When two companies unite in a merger and acquisition, their culture blend as well. Secondly is a merger and acquisition result in higher price. If the integrating business gains a larger market share, it may be able to exercise monopolistic power in the market. As a result, it may be able to set a pricing knowing that customers have nowhere else to go. Simultaneously, the expenses of acquiring or merging with another company may require the company to raise prices in order to recoup its investment.